Some stars step onto the stage to shine. Others leave an unforgettable impression simply through a single tear. Byeon Woo Seok's fan meeting in Seoul on July 4th and 5th was far more than a long-awaited reunion after 2 years. It became compelling proof of an intriguing paradox in the Korean entertainment industry. Sometimes, an artist's most imperfect moment is precisely what makes them appear the most genuine and unforgettable. At a time when celebrities are increasingly trained to control every facial expression, every word, and every gesture in front of the cameras, Byeon Woo Seok did the exact opposite. He let his emotions take over. There was no script. No carefully rehearsed performance. No attempt to maintain the image of a flawless celebrity. Instead, there was simply an actor standing before thousands of devoted fans, unable to hold back his tears. That is exactly why the moment spread across social media almost instantly. After 2 years since his last fan meeting in 2024, Byeon Woo Seok officially launched his 2026 Asia fan meeting tour, The Secret Library, with its opening shows at Jamsil Indoor Stadium in Seoul. The event was designed as an intimate space where the actor could perform, interact, and share meaningful conversations with his fans rather than simply promote himself. Ironically, however, what audiences will remember most had nothing to do with the performances or elaborate stage production. It happened during the closing remarks. Byeon Woo Seok began with a simple statement. It had been 2 years since his previous fan meeting, and he knew it wasn't easy for fans to spend their precious weekend attending the event. Just a few heartfelt sentences were enough. His voice began to tremble. Long pauses replaced complete thoughts. He tried to continue speaking, but his emotions became stronger than his determination. Today might be a short time for some, but a long time for others. After saying those words, he simply couldn't continue. He burst into tears. What made the moment even more touching was how naturally it unfolded. Rather than crying in a composed or dramatic way, Byeon Woo Seok repeatedly tried to regain control. At one point, he lightly slapped his own leg before asking himself with a tearful smile, "Why am I doing this?" That genuine, almost childlike reaction immediately melted the atmosphere. The audience laughed gently while many were equally moved to tears. Host Seul Gi quickly stepped in, not to interrupt the emotional moment, but to embrace it. Instead of rushing the program forward, she encouraged him to express his feelings honestly. "It's wonderful that you're showing such sincere emotions, Woo Seok. Let's give him an even bigger round of applause. We'll stay together forever." Her words weren't merely comforting the actor. They also acknowledged the extraordinary emotional connection shared between Byeon Woo Seok and his fans. After taking several moments to compose himself, the actor tried once again to continue. He said he hoped the fan meeting would become a happy memory for everyone present. Yet the tears continued to fall. Seul Gi comforted him once more, telling the audience that simply sharing this moment with Byeon Woo Seok was already a source of happiness, adding that he was clearly overwhelmed by the immense love surrounding him. Those words only seemed to deepen his emotions. Byeon Woo Seok sincerely thanked everyone who had supported him throughout his journey. Then came perhaps the most meaningful confession of the evening. "I've read every single one of your encouraging messages." In today's social media era, where celebrities receive millions of comments every day, this wasn't merely a polite expression of gratitude. It revealed a relationship built on mutual communication rather than one-sided admiration. For his fans, those messages had not disappeared into the endless stream of online content. They had truly reached him. Moments later, he surprised everyone with another heartfelt question. "I'm not a weird person, right?" The audience laughed warmly, but beneath the humor lay something deeply human. It reflected the vulnerability of an actor who had just allowed thousands of people to witness the most emotional version of himself. For years, South Korea's entertainment industry has encouraged artists to remain composed at all times. Celebrities are expected to manage their emotions carefully, maintain impeccable public images, and avoid moments that might appear overly emotional. Yet public expectations have quietly changed. Today's audiences seem less captivated by perfection than by authenticity. Videos showing celebrities crying, laughing uncontrollably, becoming flustered, or revealing their insecurities often generate significantly more engagement than carefully orchestrated promotional content. It's a sign that fans are no longer searching for untouchable idols. They want to see real people. Without intending to, Byeon Woo Seok perfectly embodied that shift. He never tried to turn his tears into a performance. Nor did he desperately suppress them to protect his image. Ironically, his inability to control his emotions made his sincerity even more convincing than any carefully prepared speech could have. Following the phenomenal success of Lovely Runner, Byeon Woo Seok has entered an entirely new chapter in his career. He is no longer simply a rising actor, he has become one of the most influential stars leading the new generation of Hallyu. However, his Seoul fan meeting demonstrated that what truly sustains his popularity goes far beyond handsome visuals, blockbuster projects, or growing fame. What keeps thousands of fans by his side is something much simpler. An actor who remembers their encouraging messages. An actor who sincerely appreciates the fact that people chose to spend their weekend with him. An actor who isn't afraid to cry openly in front of thousands rather than hide behind a carefully crafted image. Perhaps that's why Byeon Woo Seok's tears should never be seen as a moment of weakness. Instead, they became the defining symbol of his authenticity. In an entertainment industry that grows increasingly competitive and demanding every year, genuine sincerity remains the rarest quality of all. And sometimes, a speech interrupted by tears can leave behind a far more lasting memory than even the most spectacular performance ever could.